Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. I'm here today to do your readings for the Scorpio season / November, that rough time frame. But as you know, time is fluid, energy is fluid, and so it can apply to your life whenever you need it to apply to your life. So the reading today, just a couple of notes here before I begin. My schedule for the past couple months has been really erratic, and so my upload schedule kind of like fell to the wayside. So I am hoping that has moved through, and I'm gonna try to get back on to a normal upload schedule, the bi-monthly schedules, and hopefully a weekly reading, but I'm not sure yet. And so today in the readings as well, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing your main reading, and then at the end of that reading, I'm going to do a reading for the blue full moon in Taurus, which is on the 31st of October. So what I'll do here is, for this energy, for the full moon energy, full moons are all about releasing. So what I'm going to be doing is pulling a tea leaf card. I'm just going to kind of pick up from the middle of my stack here. And it'll hopefully give us an idea about what it is that you need to focus on during the full moon in a release sense. And the theme of the videos this month is going to be transformation, because we're in Scorpio season. And so that's what we're kind of going with here, like what needs transformed in our lives. Okay, so the decks we're going to be using today are the Everyday Witch Tarot, the Animal Spirit, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck, Barbara Walker Tarot, Tarot of Pagan Cats, Tarot of the 78 Doors, the Lovely Omens Tarot, the Spells deck, the Tea Leaf Fortune cards, like I said, are for the full moon energy, and then the Shadowland Tarot. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Okay, Capricorn, let's go ahead and get started with your reading for Scorpio season / November. The reason I have these cards out here, well, this is the whole deck, but is what it has to do with your energies that I was picking up in when I was getting into your energy for the reading. Okay, so normally I say that the reading is for, you can have it anywhere in your chart, but they actually specifically said that this reading is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter. That's it. So now they really went into the whole Jupiter thing, because I was called to get this card out, and then this was what was on the bottom when I got the Jupiter card. And when I went in to look at the book, this actually has to do with Jupiter, so it was quite interesting. I'm going to read you bits of the book here too, but let's see here. And they said specifically that this is not a love reading, so if that's what you're here for, I'm sorry, but that's not what they're wanting to come through today. Now, they did say it was a self-love energy. So not necessarily like self-worth is what they specifically said. And then they went into like an imposter syndrome, which I really feel like that is something that I'm not sure what other signs are like, but I know Capricorn, we tend to feel like we're imposters. No matter how good we are at something, we feel like we're kind of faking it, you know what I mean? Or we're tricking everyone. So with that imposter syndrome and like, you know, this being a self-worth reading, they said that you are deserving of Jupiter's gifts. And that's when I was guided to pull out the Jupiter card. 222 when I said that. So I was guided to pull out the Jupiter card, and it says abundance. So it says you are deserving of Jupiter's gifts. And honestly, I'm like not an astrology expert, so I had to go look at the book because I wasn't sure. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, we have increase. So increase abundance, because increase is the underlying energy. So you're increasing your abundance, Capricorn. Now the Wheel of Fortune, she is actually Fortuna, I'm not sure how you say it, was the daughter of Jupiter, the god of good luck. Her name in Latin is she who brings forth. And then what the wheel or part of fortune is in the sky, like it's some mathematical equation, so I'm not really sure how to explain it, because I really didn't understand much of it when I was reading through it. But it's some mathematical equation. And let's see. It says, it is as if its powers are waiting beneath the surface of water, and when that water is stirred by action or thought, those talents and gifts emerge. So you're increasing something. And then with Jupiter, Jupiter casts off more heat than it takes. Jupiter casts off more heat than it takes from the sun, and thusly the giant planet is one of generosity and joyfulness. A period of good fortune. Hard luck is coming to an end. Jupiter can represent the father and what you have inherited from your father. So I thought that was interesting. Especially with I don't know, they're saying something about an imposter syndrome, like maybe that was something that how your father felt, or it is something you felt towards your father, like you never felt you lived up to standards or something. They just told me that, so I don't know. When the energy of Jupiter enters your reading, you can be assured luck is on your side. Okay, so I really feel like that I just wanted to kind of explain what they meant by you are deserving of Jupiter's gifts, because Jupiter is that of, the universe giving you what you're due, right? And then they did want to point out too that maybe you might have a Jupiter return coming as well, which happens like every 12 years or something like that. But it's like when Jupiter returns to its place in the sky and when you were born, and it like enhances that like the abundance of Jupiter. Okay, so Capricorn, I hope that wasn't too confusing, but we're going to start with the animal spirit cards. Can I get one or two cards for Capricorn, please? One or two cards for Capricorn for Scorpio season / November for Capricorn. What is the energy for Capricorn? Lizard, interesting. Okay, let me see here. So, let's see, the lizard is, I know it's like about sensory perception, like the sixth sense type of energy, and then the elk is like a fatherly energy. And that's interesting that the father came up before. So maybe there is some underlying issue with your father that makes you feel like that imposter. It's like that you're not living up to their expectations, or you feel like you're not. Now, you don't have to have a bad relationship with them. You can have a good relationship with them, and still feel that. Because, like, by all intents and purposes, they might have been a very great father, you know, cared for you and supported you and all this stuff. But, you know, sometimes it's how we perceive things. But then other times, like, people can unintentionally do harm to us, you know, even though it seems like they're doing everything right. Now, no one's perfect, right? So let's see here. The lizard. Instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, and dreamer. The lizard represents an expert in the realm of sensory perception, as if it has a sixth sense. The lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights in the big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. Yeah, so it's like, maybe you're doing things to make others happy, or what you think will make others happy, and it's kind of like, I get this like dry sense. It's like drying up your, well, who else had the lizard? Somebody else had it as the underlying. Is the underlying, I don't remember. But it was like the same energy about like drying up the cup. You can't pour from an empty cup, but it's like your cup feels empty. But Jupiter wants to refill it, I'll tell you that much. Now the elk, stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. Earth element in its masculine form. Underlying support, stability, that's what I mean. It's like it can feel positive. Someone fully established in themselves and knows their core values. And maybe that is something they instilled in you, but you still feel like an imposter. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. When in balance, supportive, kind, consistent. When out of balance, pretentious, high and mighty. So, maybe you had a father figure that kind of like took on both of those aspects of the elk energy. It doesn't even have to be a father, like I said. It can be a father, mother, lover, friend, whoever. But, so that's what I'm getting. I feel like this underlying issue is more about like why or who it is that has made you who you are today and feel the way that you feel today. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some energy for the lizard. Let's see here. Okay, I think we're going to use the Shadowland Tarot. Okay, what does Capricorn need to know for this lizard energy for Scorpio season / the last bit of Earth? I do not know why I said that. I was going to say the last bit of Scorpio season when I just said Scorpio season. So maybe there's something happening towards that end, like just before the end of November. Time frame for you. I just heard something about Jupiter return, but I don't know. Maybe you have a Jupiter return around that time. I don't know. But yeah, I never did get to finish saying like for Scorpio season / October. So we have the 8 of Cups on the bottom. embalming fluid, preserve something. There's a crab there. Is that a tent? So this is interesting. They're saying something about like Egyptian mythology. Maybe that's something you need to look into, or I don't know, because of it. I feel like this was like a mummy, right? They've shed all of their gauze, but I feel like it's like they came out of their tomb and all this was still like around them from whoever embalmed them. And then they're getting to like they're unraveling. It's like they're taking off their outer protection, right? But they're, instead of like you would think it would crumble, it's actually they're staying together. Like they're able to stand upright even though they don't have this outer protection. So it's like whatever you're leaving out, like, or you're leaving behind like some... Oh, there's another card. I didn't even see it. Sitting there the whole time. Oh, that's the actual card. This is just the underlying. Okay. Don't mind me. But it's like, yeah, you're leaving something behind, your outer protection, and you're understanding that you're still supported even though you've given that up. So it's like living in your truth, right? So the Seven of Wands. It's a lot of red energy with the lizard, and then now this. I'm seeing a lot of red, so maybe something to do with your... Oh, they're saying like you need to ground your gifts. So like really do a lot of grounding right now. So I'm noticing here this looming figure, and I feel like that's like that imposter syndrome. Okay, and your feeling is like, it makes you feel threatened, like you can't... Hang on. But you're feeling threatened here. And even behind you, because normally the Seven of Wands, like they're up against like a ledge, but you have this looming figure behind you, and then you feel threatened just all around. But you're starting to realize that this girl is levitating. You see how she is off the ground. She's levitating. He's not. He's on the ground. And I assume all the people that are holding these wands, if there's even people there, are also on the ground. And she's getting ready to ignite this volcano. Like she has the power to erupt this volcano. And then, but she's going to be okay because she can levitate. So it's like, it's like realizing this, all these fluids here, it's like leaving behind what everyone says like you need, you know, like all the embalming and stuff that they do to your body when you pass away. It's, I don't know, to me it seems unnecessary. I don't, but you know what I mean? It's like everyone says it's one way and that's how you do it, and then you know, that's how you do it. But it's like you're leaving that behind. What everyone else is saying, you're leaving behind. Oh, they're saying something about going out with a bang. A lot of fire energy. You might have fire in your chart, or you might be feeling really fiery right now. I want to get more. Okay, hang on. Let me see. Should I keep using Shadowland? No. Okay, they actually don't want me to keep using Shadowland. They want me to clarify with another deck to keep that Eight of Cups on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to use the 78 Doors. Clarify the Seven of Wands for Capricorn, please, for Scorpio season / November. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles on the bottom. Look, that's a gift. Normally it's about equal give and take, but this is just someone blessing this person just because. And like, well, we don't know the reason, but the reason could be anything. It could be because you're a really good person and the universe wants to reward you for that, you know? We have the Ace of Wands and the Wheel. Okay, so they are saying that, you know, this is the Seven of Wands and then the Ace of Wands, and add them together, it's the Eight of Wands. So it's like incoming gifts that are going to change everything. Not everything, but they're going to change your life for the better. It's interesting. This man looks like he's trying to open this door with like his mind. So that makes me think of like that sixth sense energy that they were talking about with the lizard. So it's like you're really starting to listen to the universe again, maybe. And these people too, they all have their eyes closed and like they're trying to manifest something. I'm hearing 110 as well, 110. The Seven of Wands. Huh. It's like you're focusing really hard to levitate, but it's like, are you trying to manifest this eruption? Oh. They're saying you're needing to manifest your passion. Your whatever brings like fire energy to your life. Because you could, maybe it's like you don't have any fire in your charter at all. Or, I mean, you could. But you know what I mean? Like when we lack an element, it usually means we need to like maybe think about that element more because we don't have it naturally. 2 2 2 2 when I said that. Like I have no air in my chart, so I have to focus more, or not focus more, but like it is harder for me to understand air energy. Where like earth energy, I have a lot of earth in my chart, so earth energy comes easier to me, or I actually have a lot of water. I have more water in my chart than earth, but you know what I'm saying? So maybe you're trying to learn that fire element that it's like you're a Capricorn, right? Capricorns are taskmasters. They like getting things done. So it's like that's where you've always been. You've always been like that person that has just done what they needed to do. You know, maybe live by the world's rules a little bit. And now you're being asked by the universe like to let them give you these gifts, but in order to do that you have to let go. You have to release this defensiveness. You know what? They're kind of saying that these are like your guides. Your guides are really, really working hard. Okay. Let's see. I might need to clarify these. Okay, I'm gonna clarify these with the cats, the pagan cats. Okay, cats, help me out. I really feel like you're supposed to do some research on Jupiter. You know, figure out where Jupiter is in your chart. What is this Ace of Wands for Capricorn, please? Clarify the Ace of Wands for Capricorn, please. What is this Ace of Wands for Capricorn? You know, wands are about passion and aces are beginning, so it's like a passionate new beginning. You're finding something, like you're erupting your passion, or your guides are wanting you to erupt your passion. To play by your rules a little bit more than the world's rules. So I'm pretty sure this came up for Leo. They had the 8 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. I think it was Leo, but so you have the 8 of Pentacles on the bottom and then the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like that passionate new beginning, when you start listening to yourself more than you start listening to others, it leads you to this. That is fulfillment. And you've worked really, really hard to get there, and it's like, it's about time you start accepting these gifts. Okay? You need to give into yourself a little bit more. This self-worth. Knowing that wanting what you want does not make you an imposter. It does not. It makes you you. It makes you unique. Okay, let's clarify this wheel, please. This wheel for Capricorn. Clarify the wheel for Capricorn. Okay. King of Cups is on the bottom. Knave of Swords. And then the Ace of Wands again. Yeah, so I'm getting that this is kind of like your soul team, you know, your guides. They're really, really, really trying to give you clarity about your truth, your passionate truth. Hang on. Let me see something. Okay, so I just randomly, like, because the pagan cats don't have a book, so I just grabbed one of the other books that I had out. It was the Everyday Witch book, and I looked at the Page of Swords. And this is literally what it says. Impulsive or intuitive? You decide. No, they're telling you that you're not being impulsive, you are being intuitive. They're wanting you to listen to what they're trying to say about this passion. Whatever it is you're passionate about, that's where you need to go. That's what they're saying. So, and then it says, I don't need to know where I'm going to get there. So it's just like, it's about taking that first step and going and moving and just believing in yourself and knowing that you deserve the things that the universe wants to get you or give you. You deserve them. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the full moon part of the reading. What does Capricorn need to know for the full moon? No. What does Capricorn need to know for the full moon? Okay, these cards are so hard to handle. We have Spear. Heartache over what you no longer have. You know what's funny is what I'm seeing here? I know it's because you're an earth sign as well, and the full moon is in Taurus, but here, the blue moon means believe in the impossible. And then the full moon in Taurus means your dreams need a practical plan. And so, like, this is like the Capricorn coming out in you, but this is what the universe is trying to get you to see. So heartache over what you no longer have. So it's like maybe you recently lost something that was holding you back and you actually just need to release it because you didn't know it was holding you back. You thought it was good for you because that's what you were always told. Like, it's kind of like that. It's the conditioning of like the world or the father figure even, but it's like it was holding you back, but you thought it was what was in your best interest. Okay. Well, this is interesting. It says too much concern with sexual matters. So maybe it is something to do with, oh, look, and the rainbow is on the bottom, and it says the most difficult part of the situation is over, but I am getting the sense like maybe this might be for just a couple of you, like there's something about your sexuality, because it's like too much concern with sexual matters, so maybe you're like really struggling with that. Like your father figure was never, you don't think that your father figure would be okay with you being a different sexual orientation. But then for others of you, it's maybe you feel guilty for your sexuality, or there's something holding you back, like in a sexual matter, you're too practical about it. And maybe that's just, they're just saying like you need, because you do have the Ace of Wands out here twice. A lot of fire energy over here. And so maybe it is saying it's like you just need to accept just not be so, I don't know, uptight about it. You don't have to be like loosey-goosey, but, you know, just, you're allowed pleasure. That's allowed. It's part of life. Okay. Especially with this King of Cups on the bottom here, I'm also getting like, because the King of Cups is on an island, you know, he's removed himself. So maybe it's like you told yourself you need to remove yourself from like your sexual nature, because it's also heartache over what you no longer have. So maybe, I don't know, that's so odd that I'm getting that message. But it's okay to want that. It's okay to want to have desires. As long as you're not hurting yourself or others, it's okay. You don't have to keep yourself on an island. So maybe there's some toxic thinking regarding your sexuality that you need to kind of address during the full moon, is what I'm hearing. Release those negative thought patterns. Okay, Capricorn, this has been your reading. I hope this was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank you for being here. I thank any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.